balance, that's one of the things I think which I have come to believe is a definition of health. So balance. Yeah. So there's a nice analogy in the body of balance. So it's the red blood cell. So when the red blood cell is in your lung, it picks up oxygen and carries it to the rest of your body. Now there's a finely tuned balance of affinity for oxygen that the red blood cell has. Inside the red blood cell is a molecule called hemoglobin, which is made out of proteins and iron. And now, if the hemoglobin of a red blood cell were to hold on to oxygen just a little bit too much, then life would cease to exist. If the hemoglobin molecule in red blood cells were to hold on to oxygen not enough, then life would cease to exist. There's it's such a fine balance. There are characteristics of the lung or the environment in the blood vessel in the lung which make hemoglobin take on oxygen, and there's characteristics in the blood vessels of the body that make the hemoglobin release oxygen. So interestingly, medical science has not yet been able to create artificial blood, probably for this very reason. It's a nuanced, finely tuned, incredibly precarious balance between taking and giving. So your body makes about 1 million red blood cells a second. Think about that. I read an interesting quote from Bill Bryson in his book, The Body, A Guide for Occupants. He says it's interesting that medical science has not been able to achieve what the body does every 1 million times a second.